Hello, welcome. And if you're not colorblind, you'll notice that there's a lot of red in this kitchen.
There's a ton of red in this kitchen, and that's why we're here. Everybody in the 80s had these wood cabinets. We had these fancy, I think they were like European look, where you had the oak and the laminate.
You're peeing these off of the wall and throwing them in the dumpster now.
I mean, there's already a couple doors missing.
It's a little weird of a layout because there's a lot going on here with this little table that's built off of the wall to match the cabinets. There's like a real little weird nook kind of like right here, so you're like trying to get stuff out here, and this opens up and stuff's in the way, and it's just a weird space. They have a giant stove, which is an awesome stove.
Yeah, the stove is cool. The stove is probably the coolest.
Which we're keeping the stove, and we're gonna make it stainless instead of red.
One thing that they pointed out to me is that there are drawers everywhere. If you look at all the bottom cabinets, they're all drawers. There's no real...
Even this is a drawer.
There's no real cabinet. We're gonna take that stove and we're gonna relocate it to this wall. One thing with the fridge being here, once that wall's gone,
it's gonna be in a way.
It's still gonna feel closed off because it's tall. So we wanna open this up so that you have a big open counter, and that's why we're gonna take the fridge and move it against the other wall.
That is the hardest appliance in the kitchen to place because it's the biggest and the most used probably. So it's like your weird cousin that you have to see at family events. You need to put them somewhere.
You're stuck with them.
Over here will be a much better place because it'll kind of die into the wall over here. So we'll have that whole
You'll have a big open view when you walk in.
It's gonna put the FU in fun. It's gonna put the FUN in functional.
This was the dining room. This is gonna stay a dining area. Behind me, we're gonna add some pantry storage here. He does work from home a lot, and he has a desk here right now. So we're gonna actually add a built-in desk.
It's a big space, and it's kind of closed off between the living room, the kitchen, and this. So we're gonna rip that wall down, put a beam in, open up this whole space.
So sometimes we find that we don't have as much room as we hoped we did. In this case, we have a little bit more room than we thought we did, which is always good because we don't really have to change the plan. Everything can kind of stay the way it was. And the fridge is probably the most important one because if you don't have enough room, you can't open up the fridge door. So when we install a beam, we have to make sure that it's supported all the way down to the foundation. So we just located where we have foundation that we can support the beam on both sides, and that measurement is 24 feet. So we can install the beam and keep both ceilings even, so you'll never even know it was there. It'll look like one big ceiling because we can hide the beam all the way up in the attic.
We had a very small kitchen here before, a very small red kitchen here before.
It was packed. There were drawers everywhere. There were no real cabinets.
Actually, I don't even know how they walked around in the thing. It was really tiny. The kitchen was basically built around this. So they had this stove, which actually used to have red panels on it.
Right.
So he was able to order the stainless so we could kind of update it. It's a Bertazzoni, I believe,
yes,
which is Italian for meatball. So they like to cook a lot of Italian food, hence the Italian stove. It works out pretty good.
Is that how that happened?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's fact.
They needed a pro hood to go over it because it's such a big stove. So we ended up building this hood. Then they really wanted white cabinets. They wanted to keep the countertops light. So everything's pretty neutral.
The backsplash, I like that. When you come up the front stairs, that's kind of one of the first things you see.
I love this tile, this arabesque tile with the dark gray accent on it. It's just cool. Just when you walk up, it's kind of the first thing you see. It kind of pulls your eye right over the stove. This has a little bit of texture to it, and it has the white grout to contrast it, so it's interesting. But this is really kind of the focal point.
I like the light fixture over the table too.
Yeah. Well, they were arguing about this fixture because they wanted it open because he didn't want to be standing here staring at a light fixture.
Right.
So if he had to yell at somebody, he could just see right through them. He's much taller than me. That doesn't even affect me.
Yeah,
he's
about
short.
my height. I get what he's saying with that. It is obnoxious when this is low and you're standing here trying to talk to someone at a party and this thing's just right in front of your face across from there. So
not a problem for me.
No, it's not, but it's a problem for people that are taller than you, like myself.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all.
Why would it? I mean, you could walk across this and you wouldn't hit your head on it.
It's true. They wanted some custom things, so that's why we did the hood. We did the light box over the island, matched it to the cabinets. Well, these cabinets weren't even on the radar. They were left out and they came in, and she went right over to it and said, I want that for the island. And then we used that same cabinet and did this desk area.
They both work from home a lot, and they wanted a little area that they could sit and work and put stuff, and do all sorts of fun stuff, work stuff. Or they had a little table here, I think, before, but it was still really closed off, not really usable space. The homeowners actually picked out this cool light fixture.
He really wanted a fan.
He wanted a fan because they don't have AC. So he's like, I want some air movement in here.
Fans are ugly.
They are, so if we put a giant ceiling fan here, it would look ugly. This is a much more modern looking fan.
It works. So a lot of times when we take the wall down and open up the space, a lot of people end up bringing hardwood into the kitchen. But in this space, they really didn't want to do that. They wanted to go with tile, which we think is a better choice anyway. It's more durable.
It is more durable.
If you spill something on it, it's not going to buckle. It's not going to warp.
Initially, when we talked to them, they're like, we just want to do the tile. Once you open up a wall and make the whole space active to everything, you look at this older floor now and you go, well, that looks really old now to the new stuff. So when we were talking with them, they said, you know what, let's redo the floors, which we did. And they also said, let's redo the fireplace. They liked the version of this stone color that we had found.
And it's very similar to the kitchen floor, so it kind of plays off of that.
I mean, I think the biggest thing when I talk to them now, they just can't believe how big it is when you walk in here now. When you can walk into a house and look almost front to back of the house and see everything, that's what makes it feel so big, even though the size didn't change. So Susan, did we check all the boxes here? What was the problems that these clients had?
I couldn't see past the red. I mean, that was just the biggest thing that made me twitch when I walked in, so that's gone.
It's a power color. That's why Santa and presidents wear it.
We were trying to make it a relaxing space, not a power space.
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't calming. The red made you anxious.
It was an alert. It was a red alert.
It was alert,
It was
right.
a red alert. When you walked in, you were like, whoa.
It's serene now. I would
Right.
say. It's like, this is a great place to work, then this is a great place to cook, you can hang out. I'm actually really excited because he told me yesterday that they're actually having their family come over here this weekend, so they haven't seen it yet.
Paul's going to be texting him to get the reviews.
I'm not texting him, I'm just coming by. I live right around the corner. I'll just be like, hey Mike, how's it going? You guys like that kitchen?
Happen to be walking by.
It was done by this guy with 2 thumbs. I think overall, they're very happy with everything.
Yep. It really just changed the whole house. Now when you walk in, this whole main living area is a lot more usable. It's calm, it's neutral, it's pretty, it's very classic.
We're gonna drop the mic and walk out.
That's it.
All right.
Yep, I'm gonna go do another one.
We'll see you on the next one.